Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Thank
Hello.
you for joining us today. We are Group 2 for the Management Seminar class. I am Thống Nga, alongside me Hằng Đỗ, Huyền Nguyễn, and Long Lê. Today we are pleased to present to our project. Our project still the Joy Stock Company based on our conversations with Mr. Nguyễn Đức Xuyến, the Deputy Directors. Over the next 20 to 25 minutes, we will walk you through our findings, recovering the company background, Peterson's role, and the challenges he faced, the solution he proposes, and our own recommendations grounded in the management theory we have studied and in this semester. Let's dive in. And here is a large map of our presentations. Next slide, please. Here's the large map for our presentations. First is the introduction and the company overviews. The second is interviewer profile. The third is the managerial challenge. Fourth is the proposed solutions. Fifth is the team recommendations. Sixth is the implementations and flexibility. And the last is the conclusion and reflections. And then now we go into the first part, that is introductions and the company overview. Mafastil is based in 2001 in Hưng province, started as a small rolling mill and now is the Vietnam's top steel producers and key player in the Southeast Asia. By 2023, its annual production reaches around 8 million tons, holding over 13% of the Vietnam's construction steel market and supplies about 25% of country's steel demand. The company operates the largest steel plants in Hải Dương and Quảng Ngãi using advanced blast furnace technology to produce high quality, cost-effective steel with over 20,000 employees. In its steel divisions, the company provides a strong case for steady operations, leadership, and strengthening in the fast paced industry setting. And here's the vision and the visions of the Huafat Group, that is to land the Southeast Asian in steel production technology and efficiencies. The mission of them that is to deliver the high quality steel at a competitive price while production supporting Vietnam's sustainable industrial development. Our steel growth strategy in the driven by a strong corporate culture centered on three key values. The first is the safety first, meaning the prioritizes employee well-being in a high-risk industry setting. The second, family spirit, building that is the building trust and teamwork, world closing collaborations, as seen in the 3-in-1 policy, that is working, eating, and resting together. And third is the cost efficiency, relentlessly improving the productivity to stay competitive while maintaining quality and safety standards. These missions, vision, and values created cultural foundations that influence every managerial decisions, from the reconstructing and training to operations and sustainability. And now we our case study focused on the Mr. Nguyễn Duyên, a calendar at the Hoa Steel, is graduated in automation in engineering from the Hanoi University of Science and Technology. Mr. Duyên has spent 15 years with the company, reaching the overseas production team, and thus have expanded from the 500 to 1,500 employees under his leadership. Remarkably, his team maintained a deflated rate below 0.5%, while producing around 10,000 tons of the steel monthly. Mr. Duyên is known of his hand-on leadership style. This band is the senior role, and he frequently works alongside his team on the factory floor, building the problem solving and stepping in when the critical decision on it. And during our interviews on May 21st, 2025, because you're sharing insight into his daily challenge, the landscape of branchings and problem-solving strategy in my first case, still production environment. And the next part, Hang will introduce its mandatory core challenge.
Okay, based on our interview with Ms. Ren from Hòa Phát Steel, so we identified four main challenges the company is facing. So the first one is skilled worker shortage. The second one is supply chain problems. The third one is production pressure and worker stress. And the last one is balancing cost and sustainability. So let's talk more about the skilled labor shortage. So most technical jobs at Hòa Phát like operating blast furnaces or CNC machines need special training. So, but it's hard to find the people who already know these skills, and new employees need a month of training, and during at that time experienced staff have to do extra work, so which makes them tired and frustrated. So the new staff also feel pressure to learn quickly. Even after training, many leave for jobs in other industry that pay more. So this creates a cycle like high train, they quit and high again. So this waste time and energy, and it make hard to meet the production goals. And so the next challenge is supply chain disruption. Profit imports most of its iron, air, and coal. So, but global shipping is unpredictable. If a shipment is late due to the port delays or political issues, production must stop. And this delay affects everything from the finish to the final delivery to the customer. On top of that, transformation costs have gone up, and which cuts into the profits. This is a classic case of what experts call like bullwhip effect. It's a small delay in a part of the chain causes big problem later. So to reduce this risk, companies need better supplier network and smarter inventory systems. The third issue is high production pressure and worker stress. So Hòa Phát must make more than 10,000 tons of steel per month, and especially during the busy construction seasons. If a machine breaks or workers are missing, so the rest of the team has to work overtime to catch up. So Ms. Nguyen explained that a long hour lead to physical and mental fatigue. So tired workers are more likely to make mistakes, and safety risks increase. So in the end, equality suffers and costs go up. So without stress management, like rotating jobs, enough breaks, and or mental health support, employee motivation can drop very fast. And the last challenge is how to go green without breaking the budget. Next slide, please. So the new rules in Vietnam require factories to cut emissions, and many customers, especially from Europe, prefer steel that's made in eco-friendly ways. So green technologies like waste heat recovery or electric furnaces are good option, but they cost a lot of money. So if Hòa delays investment, it may fall behind its their competitors, but if it moves too fast, the company might struggle with the high costs and reduce profits. So I think this is common business problem, balancing short-term costs and long-term goals. So the next one is presented by Lau.
So this part is about Mr. Nguyen proposed solutions. Third is about workforce development. So to solve this skill labor shortage, Mr. Duyên proposed expanding in-house training and building partnerships with the vocational schools. Specifically, Harvard will collaborate with the technical colleges to create internship pipelines. Students will experience real work at the plant, preparing them for full-time roles. So along with this, a structured in-house mentoring system will be launched. Senior technicians and supervisors will mentor new hires for 6 to 12 months, providing hands-on training in machine operation, safety, and quality checks. So to ensure consistency, competency checklists will be introduced. These include tasks like well monitor, calibration, and defect detection. Mentors will sign off on once the trainee reaches the required skill level. Finally, Harvard will link the work to rewards employees who guide new hires or master advanced skills will be recognized with certificates or performance bonuses. So this approach follows the motivation performance model by Welton and Cameron and social learning theory. New employees learn by observing and practicing with mentors. It also supports retention by showing a clear career path. So next is about the supply chain and inventory management. So to address supply chain issues, because we suggested a multi-layer approach involving diversification, integration, and lean practice. First, Harvard will diversify its supply by signing contracts with coal and iron ore suppliers from different countries like Australia and Brazil. This minimizes risk if the one supplier face delays. Next, the company plans to use real-time logistics software. This platform will check procurements, production, and inventory, helping managers to see shipments, statuses, and forecast demand appropriately. In addition, the company will apply lean principles like CIT and value stream mapping. By reviewing the entire material flow, Harvard can cut waste, reduce unnecessary stock, and improve efficiency. You can see that this step improve supply chain flexibility and transparency, drawing on lean operation and risk management theories. Slide please. So it's about stress management and work design. To reduce the worker stress and improve job satisfaction, Harvard will redesign work and offer mental health support. So the first step is about relationships. So team switch between high and low intensity tasks. For example, the working at the class, owners might rotate to equipment checks or monitoring tasks. Next is a stronger official reward system. Beside employee of the month, teams that access safety or quality KPIs will receive small bonus to boost the motivation and teamwork. Harvard also plans monthly mental health workshops led by outside consultants. Topics include stress management and collaborative problem solving. Finally, managers will be trained to spot early signs of burnout, like absenteeism or low energies, and adjust their work loss proactively. So this series combines performance goals with care or for the employee well-being, aligned with organizational behavior and competing values framework. So the last is about sustainable practice. Instead of sustainability, industry recommends a gradual and data-driven approach. By using the labeling Fox field analysis, the company will identify those driver like customer demand and barriers like the high cost before rolling out green projects. And as the small pilot process will start first, such as is starting a waste heat recovery system at one site. If it proves effective, it will expand to other locations. Harvard also has a 3-year roadmap to cut CO2 emission per ton of steel by 10%, with clear, measurable milestone. Lastly, sustainability will be embedded into the company's CSR strategies, appearing in annual reports and shared with employees and customers to build a green brand image. So this reflects the ethical and strategy CSR theory balancing long-term gain with the responsible management. And the next part is about recommendation we present by here.
Okay, thank you. To deal the company difficulties, our group suggests some recommendation for Hòa Phát. To build on Mr. Duyên ideas, I'll begin with our first recommendation, improving employees training by creating a formal and structured system. Right now, training at Hòa Phát may rely heavily on personal experience and informal mentoring. We suggest standardizing the process in Hòa Phát. First, a clear curriculum should be developed for its technical roles like furnace operator or quality inspector. Its curriculum could include learning goals, performance measurement, and expected training time. Second, introduce e-learning course such as basic metallurgy, advanced welding, or workplace safety. In Hòa Phát, this allow employees to learn at their own pace and reduce pressure on senior staff. Third, provide mentor with a short train the trainer course. This ensures they are not just experienced worker but capable to teaching and giving feedback to another employees. Finally, keep it training monthly feedback and link training to career planning. For example, master fitness control in 3 months and he may qualify for a promotion in the company. This system will make training more consistent, help employees feel supported, and reduce turnover. Our second recommendation is to use AI and predictive data to improve supply chain planning. Fast could use AI forecasting to predict steel demand based on past sale and market trends. This will help avoid overproduction or stock shortage. Also, use supplier risk score, which rate supplier based on delivery reliability and political risk and what else, and something more. If automatically, if one supplier's risk get too high, order could automatically ship to another. We also suggest smart safety stock level. Instead of fixed inventory, software can adjust safety stock depending on risk like port delays. Finally, a real-time dashboard should be built in this company. This dashboard can track inventory supplier performance and alert the team to problem like shipping delays or strict. This support Mr. Duyên logistic idea by helping the company act faster and reduce the risk. Next, we recommend combining lean production methods with strong employee engagement. Start with Kaizen workshops, small regular meeting where worker and supervisor find and fix more issue together. Then set up an employees idea program. Staff can submit suggestions online to improve safety, save energy, or cut costs. The best idea can win prize or public recognition. Create cross-department team to tackle issues like reducing machine staff uptime. Will help Hòa Phát to meet weekly and report their progress in the company. And don't forget to recognition event which celebrate team and that improve safety, quality, and or efficiency in employees. This approach empower employees, improve processes, and build teamwork. Sorry. Finally, we recommend creating a clear CSR and sustainability plans. Start by forming a sustainability committee with people from R&D, HR, finance, and operation. This team would meet monthly to review goals and progress in the company. Set SMART goal will help us more about this situation. SMART goals like specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, Harvard can grow a plan like cut CO2 emission by 8% per ton of steel in 2026. Share quarterly progress report with employee, customer, and regular should share quarterly progress report with employees, customer, and regulation. And every year hold a community forum with local leader, environmental groups, and customer. Being open build trust and can also help Harvard qualify for green funding. This turns sustainability into real long-term strategy, not just a marketing slogan. Okay, now let's look at to how to implement the idea, starting with the training. So what Harvard needs is a dedicated training team published for the e-training platform, a short mentor training course, and performance tracking tools. This is highly doable in the short term. Harvard already value training, so it's mostly about organization. Some older mentor may resist trains, but we can manage that by explaining benefit and linking mentorship to reward. And about bottom line, it will have this step is realistic and improve post skill and motivation. For supply chain analytics, what Harvard needed is IT system upgrades, hiring data expert, data integration across department, and staff training. The moderately doable in medium terms. It has higher cost, but it brings long-term value by cutting risk, improving plans, and reducing emergency spending. Leadership support is key to managing resistance. So why is a big trend in the company is definitely worth it. For lean product, what Perfect needs is train leader in lean thinking, build a suggestion portal, allocate time for team meeting, and build a budget for small reward. This is a very feasible and low cost. Perfect culture already support collaboration, so employee will likely welcome it. There may be short-term slowdown, but long-term improvement will be worth it. Last, for CSR and sustainability, what Harvard needs is a cross-functional committee, bodies for pilots, project, independent audits, transparent reporting, and government or NGO partnership. The low to moderate feasibility in short term due to the cost, but if Harvard accesses green funding, the actual burden in much less. Leadership already support pilot programs, so momentum is there. With time, this strategy will position Hòa as a green industry leader. In summary, the four supplemental recommendations are practice, targeted, and aligned with Hòa future goals. Thank you. And this is about conclusion and reflection about our project.
Okay, to summarize, it's our key to take away. The first, that is the management theory in action. The second, the leadership and culture derived performance. Third, that is the data as the competitive edge. And the last is the culture of the continuous of improvement. That is all the how that our presentations. Thank you for listening.
Thì vẫn phải thuyết trình lại thôi.
Sự là dài quá.
Bao phút đây?
Đây là mình